Welcome back to the video series on how the 62 steps in creating and crafting the Signature Series pen. In this second to last video number 18 of 19, we're going to look at the final assembly, steps 60 and 61. And in this case, the barrel has been completed now, and it's now time to put this Gatsby Grande beautiful pen to final assembly. So the instructions come with the pen components. This particular pen is a 24 karat with gunmetal metal finishes. It's a really nice contrast. I typically don't necessarily like the gunmetal gray, but in this particular model of the Gatsby Grande, it's really quite elegant. You'll see the pen press there that is from Penn State. I'm thinking that is probably around $49, $50. I found it to be very helpful, very versatile, and works well in putting all the different kind of pen styles that I have together. The first step in this particular process is to take the tip end. There's a coupling that needs to be inserted into the 3/8 inch brass tube on the tip side. Because I've customized the barrel, the instructions say to put it into either end, but in this case it's obviously the end that the tip is designed for this particular pen and for this particular customer. Because I customize it, I can create it for a left-hand writing person or a right-hand writing person. So I adjust this, put it in, get it as straight as I can so that it's not canted, so it's not going to harm the wood as I'm pressing into it on the cap end, and that the coupler is going to move in very smoothly as it is right there. The next step is to put in the clip and the end, the cap end that will hold the twist mechanism in place properly. The important piece here is that I'm going to be placing it between the inscription, which is by my thumb, the 62-step pen in this case, and on the back side, 180 degrees from that inscription, will be the PJR, my Craftsman mark. And I position the clip basically right in between the two, so it's 90 degrees to each, and that way that this is designed for a right-handing writing person. In some of the pens, the clip isn't attached to the coupling, and so you might just push it in just a little bit, and then you can adjust the clip to the proper location. And this one is fairly secure, so once I have it in place, then it's just a matter of giving it the proper pressure. Again, making sure that the barrel, the couplings on either end are parallel to each other, and you can see a nice snug fit. Looking good so far, looking very good. The tip on this particular model of the Gatsby Grande is a screw, so the tip end screws onto the bottom side of that tip coupling. Just a friction fit, no need to force it. The twist mechanism, some twist mechanisms will be friction fit. This particular twist mechanism is not friction fit, it's twist. It's a screw. And so I'm taking the refill here, the Parker refill, and taking the spring assembly. The spring assembly on most of these are smaller on one side and creates a friction fit to the refill itself. And when that happens, then it's not going to fall out or get lost when you are doing the refill. So I just make sure that it's a friction fit. I drop it into place. Take the twist mechanism, which in this case again is a screw that screws into the top of that tip assembly. And once I get it fully seated, then I will see the tip of the refill come out properly. And then when I back screw it to the left, it will retract properly. So I'm just checking on that right now. Once I know that that's in place, then the final component is the cap itself. Again, in this assembly for the Gatsby Grande, it is I can do it with my thumb basically. It's a friction fit that goes down over the twist assembly. I do not need to use the pen press for this, so I don't damage the end by collapsing the end or denting the end of the cap assembly. And with that, it's complete. Stunning, stunning pen. It was a great project. I love doing this. I love devoting probably the 5 hours that I put into the entire process of turning, filling the grain fill, protecting it with the walnut oil, creating the specific decals for the customization, the inscription for the client that has commissioned this pen, going through the final polishing process, protecting the decals to make sure that they are permanently placed and not scratch off through daily use, through the final assembly process here. And just one last thing for verification in the last video, stay tuned for that. I return wood and reconnect people to their original and innate brilliance. It's always been there since birth, it is there now, and it'll always be there. Hope you enjoyed the series.